Okay, so if we look at this Echo and we immediately start by stripping it down, first of all, that is a beautiful ship. Look at how cool that looks, guys. That thing is just gorgeous. Let's get good. I am back with Endless Space 2 Penumbra. I am the gamer under development, or good for short, and we were in the process of getting our first Umbral Shadow, which we got. We also have our Behemoth out now, and we were gonna refit our science ships that we've got out here floating in space generating science so that they can actually serve a purpose, because unfortunately we can no longer stack wildlife units. That is very sad times, guys. Stacking wildlife units is incredible. So that being the case, we're gonna go ahead and put 2 engines on here. And also 2 probes. Yeah. Big scouts now. Big scouts. Let's go ahead and bring these guys home so that we can upgrade them real quick. And let's take all these guys out of queue and put in the new science ships that actually have a purpose. We should actually make combat fleets too while I'm at it. So maybe we'll do that too. We'll go with 3 slashes and, or wait, not 3 slashes, 3 cheap heats and a taxi. And then another, yeah, I guess we'll do one more combat fleet. So another taxi and another 3 cheap heats. There we go. Okay, so now we'll have 2 combat fleets coming out. We have science fleets here already. They're now upgraded so they can actually scan and do useful things. As soon as we can, we're gonna actually move her over. In fact, maybe I'll just do that. I'll put her off into her own fleet because we'd rather have her at the front of one of those combat fleets. And honestly, because we're at Cold War with everyone, we can get those combat fleets sort of out there, roaming around, and just have them, like, basically uncloak, kill people, leave. Which is a good way for her to gain combat experience, so that's awesome. So we did just finish the Wraith Orchid, but we do not have the ability to build it yet because we don't have the strategic resources required. We got the Enhanced Sonata Hull from that. Unlocks an additional support module class slot for the Sonata Hull. Yeah, that's what we were using. Okay, that's fine. So much ships, so much ships. This is exactly what we were trying to do, was reach the point where we could just mass produce like this. I'm honestly just gonna set these guys to explore. Like, that's their purpose now. They explore and they make us science. That's good enough for me. Everybody move. You guys have found a new place. You can scan that down. Emain over here looking into the UE for us. That's right, Emain. You get us all that mad intel. Oh, she got us some nice dark glitter, though, which is awesome, because dark glitter is what we feed our Umbral Shadows to soup them up. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. If we haven't already, we did. So our Umbral Shadow is souped up and ready to go. Need to breed build would be real useful for us right here, if we can afford it. It looks like we can. Our influence is through the roof right now. Now it's down to 1 per turn though. So if we leave need to breed on, essentially that makes it so that we will not be able to purge that minor faction. However, we can drop Dirty Hands Act right here because really we're not building any system improvements anymore. We're just building ships because we're out of system improvements to build. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drop Dirty Hands Act here, which will give us some of our influence back. We're now gaining 21 per turn, that's better. Econ Behemoth, understand something. I never ever want you to tell me you're ready. I have no plans of anything to do with you. You're fine waiting a turn. Okay, go down that way. We should really begin working our hacks towards their major home systems though, because I did find out if you hack their home system, you get more options, guys. You get the ability to do insane things. Things like stealing technologies, which is great. So we're gonna go ahead and jump like that and go after Zosmanos. Oh, we can't, I forgot, we can't hack them. So annoying. So very annoying. Let's do a hack here then so we can get that other planet on Centaurus, which is fine. And then we can also potentially do a hack on... We already have one going on Kai's. What if we do this? Jumping there takes us 5 turns, and jumping there takes us 9 turns, which means that, yeah, we should be able to get them before they get us. Getting caught in that hack on Tylus actually hurt us a lot. Wait, does Tylus still have a program running on it? Because if it does, that makes no sense. We have our own encryption running on Tylus. That's interesting. I wonder if our encryption prevented us from hacking Tylus, like if it made us get detected faster. If that's the case, that's really frustrating. I hope that's not how that works. Okay. You can scan the stuff on this system and then keep moving. Because we want to know everything about the enemy space. We want to know all the things. And more importantly, we want to know where the influence thing is, although we don't really need it right now because we're kind of full on laws and we're still kicking pretty hard on that. We just got a shuttle. Oh goody, another ship I don't need. Let me just sell that. Yep, that's fine. I just don't want to pay upkeep on it, sorry. That's how much that ship is worth to me. Less than the upkeep. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take this fleet and send it down this way now. Oh, there was still stuff to scan there. Hold on. Finish your scanning, please. Got some nice shroomies there, and got some titanium from that one. Okay, so we'll send her down this way now, as the goal is just to see as much of the galaxy as possible. Got some nice blue cap mold going there. Hello. We knew about you. You're off the grid too, but that's not the one we're moving to. In 4 turns, this will be fully charged, and we will be moving to NGC 7089. End the turn. Oh, what's going on? The Academy power has increased. No worries there. Centaurus, we're gonna get that other sanctuary that we were waiting to get before. So now we have a sanctuary on every planet on Centaurus, and we actually have population waiting to become sleepers. Like, we should probably check all of our sisters that can, our systems that can generate sleepers, so we do things like this, because that's huge. Although maybe we should have saved one of those just so we always have a pop. I don't know how that works. But I do know that with 4 sleepers there, we should have plenty to start getting bonuses from them. Yeah, so we're siphoning dust, strategic, and luxury resources right now. And very soon we'll be doing the same thing on other systems because we're gonna go ahead and make as many sleepers as we possibly can here. Oh man, look at this, that's so good. Switches between your Empire's view and System Owner's view. Oh, that's cool! Navigate to the previous system, so if we do this, we can see their view, otherwise we see our view. And we have so many sleepers now. So many, guys. I'm actually curious. We're up to 10 now. Look at how much we're getting. 741 dust, just 1 titanium and 2 Hyperium per turn, but a bunch of luxury resources as well. This is kinda nice. Holy crap. And if we can get up to 20, then there's just no way. Okay, and the best part of that is that that is being siphoned from our enemies. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is the best form of, like, stealth warfare ever. We are just destroying their economy without them having any means to do anything about it. Okay, so let's assign his skills. The one thing I do need to consider about that, though, that I just thought about because I'm a spaz, is that when we did that, we basically also drastically reduced our population. Because I don't think that the sleepers that we have there count as pop on the planet, but I could be wrong. Vox Populi we don't really need, plus more production is not going to help us right now. Happiness could help us because it'll improve the amount of science we generate from that improvement we built before, or we could just get flat science on system, which I think is probably our best bet here. So I'm going to go ahead and get flat science on system. And yeah. I could have also taken the influence one there. That might have been a good idea to get us closer to that purge. However, we did just get the ability to produce the National Museum, which is awesome. And now we're going to grab these 4 units and make a new army. That army is, of course, going to be the one that we put our new hero on. Hi there, you're going to go with them. There we go. Nope. There we go. Now they're merged. Okay, so now we actually have a combat fleet that's kind of zooming around space. And what we're going to do with them is basically just go around looking for fights in neutral space so that we can kill things for XP. Who do we want to go after first, though? Are there even any miners out here anymore that we can fight with? Wow, I don't know how we're still gaining approval with them, but we are, and they're actually getting close to the point where we could potentially purge them. If we could purge them, I would purge these guys over the Ambler up here any day, mainly because it would get us down here, and then we could start doing some hacks on, say, these pirates here, and potentially coming in from this direction on the Cravers, as well as being able to hack our way to Ursa here, which is a 5-planet system, and get over to this thing. Lots and lots of good things in this corner that we could go after if we get that. So that's something I'll probably be keeping an eye on for sure. And while we're at it, those pirates down there are somebody that she could come down here and beat on without any repercussions, so we'll probably do that. What now? How did the pirates detect us? No matter, we're gonna run away. Diplomatic the context of your diplomatic exchange is no longer valid. What was the context? Retreat. Does she have detection now? Is that what we're seeing happen? Oh boy, I think she has detection. I think she just found our ships and wrecked them. I greet you in the name of the four families. Good to know. 80% of the galaxy explored. We're almost there. We're almost to 100%. Right there, guys. Alright. So let's go ahead and end our turn here once we make sure everybody's doing the things they are intended to. It's crazy though, so the Lumeris have apparently discovered the ability to find us. Oh, and that's right, I forgot, somebody asked me to go look at the cloaking technologies, so we're gonna go look at those real quick too. I assume that they're gonna be up here in the military tech, because typically ship improvements and things go up here. So let's see. Overcloaker. Cloaked flotillas will stay invisible and won't open fire until they reach their desired range. So that is fleet cloaking level right there. Fleet cloaking level 3. So that means there are other ones before it, but essentially what cloaking does is it makes it so that in combat, ships do not engage until they actually reach their desired combat range. So if you pick like a short range tactic with them, they won't fire till they get to short, which is actually really cool when you're trying to like sneak in short units and get in close. There's also fleet anti-cloaking level 1 on this anti-cloaker. I would imagine there are upgraded versions. Yes, there is. There's an anti-cloaker 2. And I'm assuming we'll probably find anti-cloaker 3 right here as well, which means that if the cloaker is over here, then we're probably going to find a OpEx gear is not it. Tractor beam is not it. Plasma intensifier, kinetic enhancer, titanium slugs. It looks like the very first cloaker we get is right here, the overcloaker, but that might be because our faction like starts with cloaking. I don't know for sure. Other factions may have cloaking available earlier than that. In fact, I would probably assume that most of them do, unless it's one of these neutral modules that everybody just gets, which it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's the case. There could also be cloaks over here, but I'm not seeing any of them, so I'm assuming that the anti-cloaking is on this side and the cloaking is on this side, and the reason we don't see very many cloaks is because we start with them. So we really won't need a boost in them until we get about here. Which makes a lot of sense. I'm totally fine with that. That's reasonable in every way. I am curious about this, though, since this is a specific tech for us. Allows the Citadel to fire 1 round, yada yada yada, plus 100. Okay. I'm not sure why that is a specific tech for us. If anybody else knows why that's different, let me know. Plus 1 systems occupied before triggering expansion disapproval, that's great. Plus 25 happiness, also great. Plus 1 happiness per Umbral Shadow, plus 10 fids per Umbral Shadow. Hello, hello. We want that 100%. Don't really need the Occupy Destroyed. That's interesting. I don't know if we would actually get much from Occupy. Well, I mean, we would basically only be able to put a sanctuary there anyway, so I don't know if there's any real value to that. Sleeper Liquidation. Double the resource gain when trying to convert a sleeper into an Umbral Shadow when there is no available slot for it on the home system. I'm not sure how that works. Apparently, if you try to create a sleeper without there being a slot available in the home system, something bad happens. Or not something bad happens, rather it gets turned into resources, and that apparently increases the amount of resources. Interesting stuff. Not as interesting as this, though. I really like the Shadow Agency to the point where I may go in for that as soon as we can, or as soon as we've finished all the techs we need in Tier 2 of that. Okay. So, science ships, you're fine. You can just explore or something. Science ships, why are you just... There. You guys go explore. Do the exploring thing. And don't tell me you can't auto-explore, because I know for a fact you can. Those aren't science ship 1s, are they? They are. Oh gosh. Okay, we'll send them back and we'll upgrade them. That's the reason why they're being funky. They're like, we don't know how to explore. The only thing we know how to do is hover in space and make science. Okay. Super Spuds again to boost them up. Be the first to raise one of your heroes to level 9. Somebody else did that. That's fine. Yeah, we already did the boost. And then we have another level for Imain Kriv, who is a fleet commander. So we could get this +3 vision range. That's actually really useful for her exploration stuff. But we could also look at this, which is +2 movement. Yeah, we're getting that. +2 movement on fleet. And it applies to when she's on the Senate, and she is on the Senate, so there's also that additional bonus. In fact, we should go read exactly what that is. Okay. Additional bonus on Senate, +1 movement to fleets, and +1 maximum probe stock on hero ships. That's awesome. So we've got some more cheap heat coming out, and we did just finish Museum, so we have a ton of influence coming in. And now we have the Epic class medium-sized support ship available to us. The Epic class will allow us to do some very, very interesting things, like we can do a taxi build with them that will be much more effective. Battle at Canis, the pirates detected us. Really? Ain't that interesting right there. Okay, so we're gonna retreat here, because we just really don't want to be fighting with those pirates. The context of your diplomatic exchange with Dimitri has ended. Okay. Hi, welcome. Apparently... That's weird. I wonder if, like, they're trying to welcome us, but they don't actually see us. So, like, the game doesn't know what to do. Oh, if we can hack and get a transmigration beacon there, we'll have that extra influence, but we don't need it at this point.
Sometimes it's
-8 pressure from score. Oh, okay, so everybody else seems to be generating pressure on us, which is not something I'm necessarily happy with. We will be able to turn that around in time, though. I am most certain. We do have the lowest score right now. We did have kind of a rough start. But we have sanctuaries now. We're spreading out into the galaxy, and our advantages are beginning to pile up. We still can't get this Wraith Orchard yet. What we could do is go see if we could buy the resources for it at all. No, that's not gonna happen. We could potentially find somebody to trade for those resources, but that's also rather unlikely. There we have an Umbral Choir scientist, but we already have somebody from the scientist party, so if possible, we should look for somebody from a different political party that would provide us equal advantage. Somebody potentially like this religious hero right here, who is a Craver. Now, as a fleet commander, what can he offer us? He is a guardian, so he can offer us some more defenses. He will actually make a superior combat commander to both of our seekers, but he won't give movement bonuses, which is kind of annoying. However, on Senate, he will give defending troops additional health, which is great since we only have one system. Definitely a fan of that. Also a fan of some of his exploration bonuses, as well as hull penetration. And then right here, yeah, we don't really need the depletion thing because we don't want to use that. He will force us to play a more projectile-based style for him to be at his most effective, but I'm not necessarily against that. And we can't afford him anyway, so we'll wait. But soon, guys, soon we'll be able to afford him. Honestly, at this point, I'm like, I should just start pumping out cheap ships and selling them. Like, cheap ships with no weapons on them at all, and being like, okay, sold, sold, sold. You guys, on the other hand, are a nice little combat fleet, so you can just come on out here and be kind of ready. I'm actually going to put them right here and just sort of leave them as a defensive fleet in case somebody does try to come after us. But now we have the Him class, which is our Hunter medium, and we have access to this antimatter lenser as well that will increase the chance something is targeted and repair them between phases. And we are currently working on Citadel blueprints, which will give us specialization options for our Behemoths, but it will also potentially unlock a new Behemoth slot for us. I don't know if it's Behemoth or Behemoth. Either way, it does the things. And then there's this one where our dust costs on Behemoths are ×2, and we get an additional Behemoth limit, but I don't want to mess with that particularly, so we'll wait on that one, just because that actually adds up really quickly. It gets kind of expensive. Let's go ahead and take a look at our new ships, the Echo and the Sharp. Okay, so if we look at this Echo and we immediately start by stripping it down, first of all, that is a beautiful ship. Look at how cool that looks, guys. That thing is just gorgeous. And then we are going to look at our slots. So we have 4 native support slots. We also have a fleet command slot here, so we don't have anything unlocked for the fleet command slot. So if we were going to build this, we would start out with this. We would obviously follow up with a speed booster, potentially 1 more speed booster, depending on what our armor slots look like. At this size of a ship, we kind of want to armor for both, mainly because if we lose this ship, it's actually a setback. It actually does kind of hurt us. Oh, but it looks like we do have more armor slots than I realized, so what we're actually going to be able to do here is go ahead and put some armor and shields on. I'm doing more armor than shields because shields actually, like, when they get through armor is when they start to damage your ship. From my understanding, shields basically just sort of prevent lasers from getting through your armor, but I could be wrong about that. Let's go ahead and look at our last open slot, which we'll probably use to put one of these in, just to get a little bit more speed on our fleet, or we could use it for a nano repair bots, but I feel better putting that in because we have a ton of tank on this. And we do have 1 more support slot open unless we want to do 2 weapons, but I think we're okay with not doing 2 weapons, in which case we should probably put a nice little repair engine, or a nano repair thing there, just to make sure that our ship stays nice and healthy between combat. And then for our 1 weapon, we will do a projectile, because this is just a support ship and all we really need them to do is provide flak, because they're going to tank for us. Okay, so the echo is set. Now let's go take a look at our sharp real quick. And I think after this, we'll probably call this episode because I believe we're at time. I went a little over and I'm recording 2 in a row tonight, so I'm not sure how much time I've actually been recording this episode. So if it comes up a little short, I'm sorry. If it comes up a little long, I'm also sorry. Hopefully it's just right. That's what we're going for. We'll go ahead and put that on there just to make sure that he doesn't slow down the overall cumulative speed of the fleet. Let's go ahead and start with our defenses here. We do have potentially 2 defensive slots. In this case, I'm actually going to use both of them because additional support slots aren't as effective for a combat ship. Gonna go ahead and go with a laser and a beam and a projectile weapon. There we go, that's what I like. See that nice split between damage and range? That's kind of where I like to build. We're not great at long, but as soon as we hit medium, we're gonna hit real hard. Let's go ahead and put a nano repair on here, just keep this nice and healthy, and then if we had it, I would put the laser booster, because there is a non-strategic resource laser booster, but we don't have that. So what I might do instead is go ahead and take this projectile damage booster, but I'm really not a big fan of that either, to be honest. I think I would much rather have potentially another nano repair. Yeah, I think it would either be another nano repair, or I would potentially look at these other support slots and see if we could move something out of them and replace it with like another armor. Yeah, like that. So if we can do that, then what I'll probably do is go ahead and put... Oh, we already had armor there. Okay, my bad. My bad, I was like, oh, well, we'll get more armor there. No, we won't. What we will do, though, is maybe put another one of these. I don't know if they stack. I really don't. And we have a ton of titanium, so we'll just go with that. But going with that makes me think maybe our weapon loadout is a little bit wrong. I think I'll replace our beams with missiles here because we have that projectile boost. That really, really slants us towards projectiles, though. No, I'm gonna go back to beams. That's fine. We'll get a little bit of extra damage out of our projectile guns on those ships. We have enough titanium that it's not a big concern. And I believe, but I'm not sure, no, we don't have a new Behemoth available yet. Okay, econ screen. We do have 1 hack open to us, and that hack is going to be... We could get more Umbral Shadows, but I think what I want to do is this to this, and I can't, I don't think. Oh, wait, no, we're past the limitation. Yeah, get 'em, boys. If we get another sleeper here, then the 3rd hack there will let us put a sanctuary, which would be useful. We could also have worked our way to IMAX here, that would have worked as well. But for now, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and run an accelerator on that one, since that's where our hack will originate, and then once that one finishes, we'll go for an accelerator over here. So basically, we want to accelerate Genomos since it's the first site, and then we'll accelerate the 2nd target of our hack. What the heck? Battles at Kerr, we gotta run again. Run! Ugh, this is so rough. Okay, our hero did not die, but our other ship did. Oh no, she did die. She did. Okay, she deaded. Let's go over here and look at what it costs to heal her. 15k? Why is it 15k? She's out for 10 turns, that's insane. 15k is a lot of dust. I do not have that much. We're gonna have to make do. Hopefully we will be able to recruit a new hero very, very soon. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and call this episode right here because I believe we are out of time. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click that like button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If I said something and I was absolutely wrong, let me know in the comments too, because that helps all of us learn together, and that's what we're here to do. Big thank you to Amplitude for the great content in Penumbra, and once again for providing us keys for that cool stream we got to do last weekend. Want to do a lot more of those. So more of that in the future. Thank you for watching again. Go ahead and click sub if you want to see more. Make sure to ding the bell or it won't actually notify you. Peace out and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!